Hello and welcome to Aphrodisia, and if you've been following this channel for a while, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well today. So we have a few piles here for you to pick from. Today we are going to be looking at what are their intentions for you. And what you need to do is to close your eyes, connect with your higher self, or ask for guidance from your spirit guides. And when you're ready, open your eyes, pick a candy or pick a pile, A, B, or C. And if you're ready, we can get started. But before anything happens, please help support the channel by liking and subscribing and pressing the bell icon to be alerted on new videos. So if you pick pile A or the yellow candy, this is your reading. So I think this has the most number of tarot cards drawn in all the three piles today, and it seems like there's a lot going on here. I feel like because there are two sevens over here, I think there is a lot of spiritual intervention that's happening right now. I feel like this person may be in the process of stepping into their emperor power, and this person is likely to be a divine masculine or has very strong masculine energy within them. I feel like this person is not quite in their emperor power yet, even though I do feel like they are getting there. Because I do feel like they have a lot of other cycles that they need to close out first before they can get to this emperor energy. They are in the process of mastering themselves. They are in the process of looking to the future and looking at what they want to be, who they want to be, what kind of person they want to be. There is still a lot of deception, a lot of sneaking around. They could be lying to themselves about their feelings for you. And there is still a choice that they have to make at this point in time. It's still something that they haven't really concretely decided on. So whether they want to come back towards you, whether they want to continue their ways, there could be a third party that's involved here. But regardless of everything, a choice has to be made, and they are making that choice. I do think that they know that you are waiting on them for this choice to be made. I feel like they know that you are, or this connection is sort of, it depends on what they choose. Of course, it also depends on what you choose, but I think you have made your decision to, regardless of whether you change it after this reading or change it down the line in the future. I do feel like they know at this point in time that whatever they decide, it's going to change or affect this connection between the two of you immensely. They are in the process of closing out a lot of cycles of healing, really trying to step into that power, really trying to take back control of their lives, and essentially they are letting their guard drop a lot more now, and that's because they're learning to be okay with other people and being vulnerable, and they are learning to love, and I think that that's affecting this connection a lot. I feel like Spirit's definitely intervening, but I do see that there is a lot of cycles ending. They're stepping into their power, stepping into a very stable energy as well. So I wanted to take a look at what is the theme, or what guidance that is meant for you at this point in time. So first card I got was nothing is yet set in stone. So always remember that yes, they may be in a place where they're not ready to come forward. They're still sneaking around. They're still making a decision, and the decision's very clouded by ego. And I feel like even though that this is happening right now, nothing is set in stone at the same time. Like, things can change in a second. It takes a second to even like make a decision to be like, okay, I'm just going to get better, or okay, I'm going to go forward, or okay, I'm going to be brave. And so it changes in an instant, and lives just change with that decision as well. So I feel like this pile, if you've picked this pile, you're being reminded not to feel so helpless in this situation. And though it may seem like all the power is in their hands, I think you can also take back some of that power by taking this time to really focus on you instead of focusing on someone else and waiting for someone else to bring you happiness or bring you love. Because this person it's everything is up in the air right now, and things can change, but what you need to do is to find stability within yourself, and that's going to help you very much with your with just being stable, and being able to deal with the ups and downs that are going to come your way. So I want to pull some message cards from them to you, and the first card is, I am shedding negative beliefs. So while they are growing, while they are shifting out of this old cycle, they are closing out many cycles and stepping into their emperor power. They are leaving this deception and all these lying and cheating and all that kind of energies behind. They are at the same time shedding a lot of negative beliefs, and this is, I think, it boils down to the core of why they do like things like lie and cheat and or deceive, or they kind of doubt themselves. It's a lot of negative beliefs and mindsets, and they are shedding them, they are changing them, which is a great thing. They want you to know that they are afraid, but they are learning to conquer it. And that is all that matters, isn't it? It's like, that's all that, really matters, is that they try, instead of being like, okay, I'm just not going to even bother. And finally, you are my queen. So definitely, if you're a divine feminine, or you have a lot of feminine energy, they see you as sovereign. They see you as someone that they need to do right by, and they see you as someone that they need to kind of protect and really respect as well. You are very special to them. And so we end off this reading with an affirmation card. And your affirmation card is, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. And this is reminding you to always shift that perspective back to your inner light and your unconditional love for yourself, for your counterpart, for people around you, and see things from the perspective of love instead of fear or hatred or sadness. And yes, they are very normal things. However, it's always important to be mindful and to shift that perspective whenever you can. So that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So for those of you who picked pile B, or the orange candy, this is your reading. So right off the bat, I do feel like this person that you're thinking of really wants union, and they want union fast. They want to be with you, they want to get married, they want to have everything they can with you. And I do feel like this is a very strong soul connection. This is a very strong past life connection is what I'm hearing as well, that is there between the two of you. I feel like you both have this very strong tie to each other, and you're both being drawn back towards each other. I'm hearing that both of you are in a state of balance now. You are both ready for union, and that is why their intentions are aligned with union. This is why that they are like, okay, the universe is giving me the go-ahead to get to this union. It's been long awaited for some of you, and I think it's something that both of you have hoped for. It is a milestone on your journey, on your spiritual journey, and it's definitely something that both of you are going to really, really be really, really like appreciative of, like, you have gone through the ringer and now it's just like it's a time for celebration for both of you. And I do feel like with the Lovers card there is going to be a lot of passion and a lot of like, and with the Four of Wands as well, with all that fire, there's a lot of passion there, and it's going to be really sudden with the Chariot card as well. You have two major arcanas in this very short, small spread here, and what I'm getting with this is that this union is going to come by surprise, and it's going to really take your entire world by storm, but it's not going to just flip your entire world over and you'll be losing balance and you lose yourself, which is sometimes often the case when great love comes along. But because of everything that you have done in the past, all the healing that you have done, you are now ready to kind of take on this great love. You're ready to take on this new beginning as well, and that's because you've done the work, you have done the healing. It is to prepare you for this union, and I feel like you're being reminded to always connect with your solar plexus chakra, connect with your root chakra, connect with yourself, and always hearken back to yourself and bring it back to you, and always ground yourself, and always also to take new experiences like that of a child again. Don't be like, oh, I've done all the healing, I shouldn't be doing this like this way, I shouldn't be like learning things all over again. Always be open to learning, always be open to new experiences. And I'm hearing manage your finances wisely, so it may be applicable to some of you. So your two guidance cards here that I pulled for you are, it's a time to give rather than take. And what I'm feeling with this card here, I feel like you are being asked to make sure that there's a proper balance of giving and receiving, instead of being a one-sided thing. And the next card is about hard work being paid off. And what I'm feeling with this is that definitely, whatever I just said, the work that you've done on yourself, it's really paying off. It's allowing both of you to be in a place where you can receive and bring union into your reality. So I feel like always, this is kind of like a reminder card for you, and this is kind of like a congratulatory card. Like, you've done the hard work, it's going to bear fruit, and it's, you know, you're going to see the successes of all the work that you've put in. And so I wanted to pull some message cards from your counterpart to you. And the first card is, you are the gift that keeps on giving. And this, I think, is from an album. And it's got a very significant, it's got a lot of significance to me. And it's really a special quote and a special line. I think what your counterpart is trying to say is that you are someone that is so incredible. You have given so much to this connection, and they're just really in awe of you. And they want you to know that, yes, you may be in separation, but they are always thinking of you. And that's very evident. They are very prepared to come forward and to bring this offer of love. And this Page of Pentacles could even be a proposal card, especially coupled with the Four of Wands. And finally, I want to reconcile with you. So definitely, it's just echoing all the messages. Everything is just syncing. Like, I love it when I use multiple decks and everything just kind of screams the same message. So to end of this reading, we are going to have an affirmation card. So in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So the universe is saying, you are being prepared and brought to union. So don't you worry. Everything is there for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. So yes, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So if you picked C or the pink candy, this is your reading. I feel like the full moon is it's taking a huge toll on everybody right now. Everyone is purging, everyone is ridding themselves of things that no longer serve them. Pile A has, they're the person that they're thinking of, they're closing out cycles. Here we have also closing out cycles, and these cycles are very painful cycles. I feel like there was a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that has not been properly addressed, and this full moon has really brought it all up to be healed and brought it all up to be really just processed, and finally a lot of these wounds are being let go of, because if you don't properly process your emotions, it can accumulate and it can result in a lot of you will have a lot of easily triggered emotions, because all these emotions that are lying underneath the surface, like fears of abandonment, fears of rejection, they are very easily triggered by simple things or very innocent things, like maybe someone stops texting and you're thinking, oh, this person's ghosting me. So a lot of these cycles are coming to an end right now. A lot of these cycles of overthinking, of fearing that they're going to be rejected, going to be abandoned, not worthy of love, all these anxieties, all these sleepless nights, and I feel like a lot of these sleepless nights are over the fact that they have not treated you as well as I think they know they should, and I think they have a lot of sleepless nights over the way things have ended. So I feel like if both of you have kind of left things off in a very acrimonious way, and if both of you are still very hostile to each other, and there's still a lot of resentment there, or a lot of hurt feelings that this is coming up to the surface to get healed at this point in time. So their intentions are not really to come forward just yet. I think what they need to do is first to do their healing, do their processing. They need to work on themselves a lot more, and once they're done with that, they would be in a better space to come forward and to bring any sort of new beginnings to you. I feel like this person is working on finances and career, and there is a likelihood that this person has been kind of burying themselves in career and finances just to avoid feeling, or just to avoid dealing with the emotions, or dealing with the repercussions, or the kind of fallout that has happened as a result of separation. So they, instead of doing the healing that they need to do, they have just focused on their career and finances and realized that it's very empty, and instead what the universe is kind of pushing them towards is for internal stability. It's for stability in terms of their connection with themselves, with spirit, instead of with material things. So of course, like, material things are very important, but they are learning that a lot of groundedness, a lot of the ability to be able to deal with the problems that come your way, it has a lot to do with being grounded and being sure of yourself and being in your power. And I feel like they're learning a lot of that at this point in time. So yes, they have a lot of these very negative overthinking kind of energy and a lot of fears. However, these things are coming up for a reason, and that's because they are coming up to be healed and to be released. So I pulled a card for you, just for guidance on what's happening with this person, and the universe is saying conclusions are within reach, and that makes sense. We have the Ten of Swords there, that talks about, people closing out cycles as well. And instead of having her like lying on the ground with swords sticking out of her back, she is standing up and moving forward. And what I love about this is that, she is not like pinned to the ground. She is moving forward, and that promise of new beginnings and that promise of a better future is apparent in this reading. So I feel like, yes, there was a painful ending, but they are standing up, they are going to try again. And so because they are like in a place where they're like, okay, I'm going to try again, these cycles are ending finally, and these cycles are kind of like having a natural, proper close to them. And so I feel like conclusions are definitely within reach, and they are definitely closing out a lot of cycles at this point in time. So I pulled 4 message cards for you for this reading, and they want you to know that they are thankful for that you are their light in their darkness. And that this is a quote from Sarah Kay, and she's one of my favorite poets. She does a lot of spoken word poetry, and she says there's nothing more beautiful than the way the ocean refuses to stop kissing the shoreline, no matter how many times it's sent away. It's talking about resilience. It's talking about being willing to try and try again, and not be overwhelmed by the number of obstacles, or not give up easily after one setback. It's about trying and trying again, and they are trying and trying again, and they would love to try again with you in the future. But first they need to kind of deal with what they have to do right now. They have some things to settle right now, so that, I mean, given as much, it's pretty it's pretty obvious. And they are learning to keep the past as being part of the past. They don't want to bring the past into the future, into the present. They want to just let the past rest for now, and allow the past to just stay there and not allow it to affect anything anymore. And I think this group, this pile, they have allowed the past and allowed past heartbreaks to kind of affect current relationships or the relationship that they had with you, and this has caused a lot of grief and a lot of misunderstandings between the two of you. And so it's a great thing that they are letting the past be in the past. So to end off this reading, I wanted to pull some affirmation cards, and the card for you is, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose love. And what I'm getting with this card is you are being asked to, instead of allowing fear to take over, instead of allowing your ego to take over, you are being asked to choose a different mindset and to consciously choose that. And I think that's the same with your counterpart as well. If they are constantly choosing fear, or constantly choosing like overthinking or their negative thoughts, they are now learning to choose love. And that's the same for you as well. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye!